Shiba Inu, a tiny ninja with a colossal personality. Hey there, ever wonder why the internet goes absolutely crazy over tiny dogs with adorable faces? Today, we're talking about the Shiba Inu, a breed that has literally conquered social media and captured the hearts of millions worldwide. Picture this. This isn't just a dog, it's an entire philosophy wrapped in a fluffy package. We'll tell you about an ancient Japanese breed that was on the brink of extinction one moment and became an internet superstar the next, even becoming the face of its own cryptocurrency. History, from samurais to the internet. Let's start with a mind-blowing fact. The Shiba Inu isn't 100 or even 1,000 years old. This breed has approximately 9,000 years of history. Yes, you read that right. The ancestors of modern Shiba Inus likely accompanied the first settlers to the Japanese islands as far back as 7,000 BCE. Archaeologists have discovered the remains of dogs the size of modern Shiba Inus at ancient settlements of the Jomon people, who lived in Japan from 14,500 to 300 BCE. Absolutely incredible, right? But here's the really cool part. This ancient breed was already considered a national treasure. In 1936, the Shiba Inu was officially designated as a natural monument of Japan. This wasn't just the status of a popular dog. This was state recognition of the breed's cultural significance. Unfortunately, the breed nearly disappeared twice. First, when Japan opened to the world and people began crossbreeding native dogs with Western breeds. Second, after World War II, when starvation, disease, and epidemics nearly wiped out the entire Shiba Inu population. But thanks to dedicated Japanese dog breeders, the breed was saved. Appearance: a little fox with no humility. If you've ever seen a Shiba Inu, you immediately noticed one thing. This dog looks like a fox that just decided you're completely stupid. Yep, that's exactly the expression these little guys have. An adult Shiba Inu weighs only 17 to 23 pounds, roughly 8 to 10 kilograms, stands 13 to 17 inches tall at the shoulder, and can live 12 to 16 years. But don't let the size fool you. These aren't soft plush toys. They're athletic, agile creatures that move like warrior ninjas, fast, silent, and with absolute confidence in their superiority. Their triangular ears, piercing gaze, and signature curled tail make them look like ancient Japanese hunters in dog form. Temperament: a cat in a dog's body. And this is where things get really interesting. The Japanese use 3 words to describe the Shiba Inu's temperament. Kani, spirited boldness; ryosei, good nature; and soboku, alertness. Together, these traits create one of the most complex and entertaining personalities in the dog world. Here's the main thing you need to know. Shiba Inus are basically cats in dog bodies. They're independent, determined, and have their own opinions about every single command you give. You think the dog is obeying you? Wrong. The dog is simply allowing you to think it was their idea. These little guys are famous for their self-confidence that borders on arrogance. They approach the world with such calm dignity, as if they're the kings of the universe. And yes, they genuinely believe that. Even if they weigh only 20 pounds, in their own perception, they're the pinnacle of evolution. The Shiba Scream, a sound of disapproval. If you've ever heard the Shiba Scream, that piercing, high-pitched wail a Shiba Inu makes when something displeases them or they're overly excited, you'll never forget that sound. This isn't your typical dog bark. It sounds like you're trying to give the dog a needle or convince them to go to the veterinarian. Honestly, this is one of the funniest and most meme-worthy aspects of the breed. But this doesn't mean Shiba Inus bark constantly. No, they simply have a very clear way of expressing their feelings when necessary. It adds even more personality to these already colorful dogs. Hunting instinct and great escapes. Remember, Shiba Inus were bred as hunting dogs. Their strong prey drive means they absolutely should not be walked off leash. If they spot a squirrel, cat, or even a small rabbit, they'll just take off chasing, completely ignoring any calls from you. And here's another thing. They're escape artists. Thanks to their athleticism, agility, and high intelligence, Shiba Inus can find a way out of practically any fence or enclosure if they really want to. They're not just fast, they're creative in their pursuit of freedom. Friendliness, yes with family, maybe with strangers. Shiba Inus can become very attached to their family and people they know well. They can be loyal when they decide to be loyal, but with strangers, they're usually suspicious and reserved. They make excellent watchdogs, always ready to alert you if something unusual is happening. But if a stranger shows up at your door, be prepared. The Shiba Inu will study them with a critical eye before deciding whether they're interesting enough to deserve their time. Moreover, a Shiba Inu can be aggressive toward other dogs, especially if it's a male encountering another male. They're not the best choice for multi-dog households unless you start socialization very early on. Training, a battle of wills. Let's be honest, training a Shiba Inu is not easy. Yes, they're intelligent, very intelligent, but they're also incredibly stubborn. They understand your commands, but don't always want to follow them. This isn't because of a lack of intelligence. It's due to their fundamental unwillingness to obey anything that doesn't seem like a good idea to them. Success in training a Shiba Inu requires patience, consistency, and working with a trainer who understands this breed's independent nature. The key is convincing the dog that following your command was their own idea. In short, you don't command a Shiba Inu, you negotiate with them. Why the world is obsessed. So why has this breed become so popular? Why does the Shiba Inu image grace memes, cryptocurrencies, and social media feeds around the world? Probably because these dogs embody that kind of independence and self-confidence that many people wish they had for themselves. They do what they want, say what they think, through that piercing scream, and frankly, don't care one bit about anyone's opinion. In this age when social media demands we be perfect and obedient, the Shiba Inu reminds us of the beauty in being yourself. Unpredictable, a bit stubborn, and absolutely charming. Conclusion. The Shiba Inu is not just a dog. It's a historical treasure, a ninja hunter, an independent thinker, and an internet superstar, all wrapped up in a fluffy red or white coat. If you're planning to get a Shiba Inu, be prepared for a challenge, for fun, and for daily reminders that you're living with a creature that considers itself the kingdom unto itself. But if you're ready for that adventure, you won't just get a pet. You'll get a life partner who'll teach you to be braver, more independent, and a little more feline. See you in the next video.